What's up, guys? Leo here from Leo Forex, back again with another video. So in today's video, as we have it week after week, every Sunday, I'm gonna give you top setups for this up and coming week. So without further ado, let us jump straight into it. So first off, let's start off with the DXY. The reason why I'm looking at the DXY is because I trade dollar related or dollar crosses, and these dollar crosses rely heavily on dollar strength or dollar weakness. So for one, the dollar is currently not very strong. It's kind of weak. It's very weak. So if you look here on the daily charts, you'll see how it is broken below. Now it's coming back for a retest, and I'll be expecting what I'm expecting going into this week. I'm expecting the dollar to continue going downwards, and if things go that way, or if things go as planned, then these pairs which move in the opposite direction, they have a negative correlation. These pairs should move upwards. So now hopping on or looking at Gbpusd on the daily chart currently. So as you will read here on the side, it says I'm looking for buys on this pair. Price currently has some bullish momentum against the dollar, and the DXY is currently pulling back upwards, but I do not think it has the momentum to continue doing so. This all depends on the COT data. So if you don't know what COT data is, it's the commitment of trade reports. So that tells us what smart money or what the banks are doing alongside the hedge funds, which are the big players in the market, the people who actually move the markets. So firstly, we'll go into the COT reports after this, but for now, let us analyze on the 4-hour charts. So setups for the last week fell through, but actually let's just look at it very quickly. So what happened is, so I entered around this level, which looking back right now was a very poor decision on my part. But things like these happen. You are wrong sometimes in the market, and if you cannot admit that you're wrong, there's a serious problem. And I see it very often with traders in the market that they lie, saying that they have a 80%, 90% accuracy in the market. I mean, to each his own. I'm not hating on anyone, but you have to remember that you also have to own up to your losses. Don't act like you don't lose. We all lose, guys. We all lose. So I was wrong also. So price did fall through. I got stopped out and I lost like 3% this week out of 3 setups. So I had 3 setups. I had AUD USD, I had GBP USD, and Euro USD, and they all hit stops. But 2 out of the 3 setups I'm still looking at. 2 out of 3 pairs I'm still looking at. So here on GBP USD, I'm still looking for buys. I'm looking for buys, and as you'll see, price is currently broken and retested. Now it's currently on a support level, and what looks to be a strong support level. So let's zoom in just a little bit, and you'll see this is one of my confluences, by the way, guys. It's one of my confluences, which is the Fibonacci retracement. So here, price is currently within the 3 polling levels, meaning this is where price usually gets support or gets momentum. So if you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool or don't understand it yet, guys, I'll be dropping a video tomorrow based on the Fibonacci retracement tool, how you use it, how you can apply it to your own trading strategy, ways to do it. So yeah, but for now, I'm just gonna give you a quick overview of this thing, or quick explanation. So the 3 polling levels, this basically measures using percentages and horizontal lines where price might possibly pull back, the highest probability of where price might pull back. So instead of guessing when prices are going to turn, you use this tool, and this tool is a very helpful one. As you can see, these line up very clearly. So these are the 3 golden ratios. Anyway, moving on to the video. Yes, you'll see that price is currently on its upwards in confluence with this Fibonacci retracement tool or Fibonacci retracement level. And if you look to your left just a little bit right now, you'll see that now price is also on support. So this is a very high confluence level. So what I'm expecting going into this week, I'm expecting price to blow through the roof. Of course, it won't happen exactly, but if you look at trend right now, it's not very strong, but it is moving upwards, which means I'm also looking for a upwards setup or upwards movements into the market. I'm looking for buys. So let me just show you what I'll be looking for on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, I'll be looking for price to have a bit of consolidation here, and then possibly. And keep in mind, guys, it won't happen exactly as I just wrote it there. It won't happen exactly as I just wrote it. So now on the 2 hour time frame, these are my entry time frames. So the 2 hour, 1 hour, and 30 minutes are my entry time frames. I usually use the 1 hour, the 2 hour, 1 hour the most. 30 minutes I really use it, but I do use it at times. So here on the 30 minutes, I'll be looking for a very strong candle, something similar to a strong bullish candle, something similar to this right here, but maybe a bit longer, maybe like a bit longer, showing bullish movements in the market. That is what I'll be looking for. That is exactly what I will be looking for in the market. So moving on to the next play. Excuse me. Moving on to the next play now. So looking at Eurusd. So unfortunately, the setup also fell through for me, but I'm not afraid to retake the setup and a new fresh week. They say new day, new setups, new opportunities. I think that's how the saying goes. So if you look on the daily chart, currently price is on a very strong upward movement and has recently just broke through this resistance level here, creating new highs right here. And then now it's currently testing this level. Previous level of resistance has now turned into support. So now what we'll be looking for, excuse me, as I clear up this clutter. So what we'll be looking for right now is for buy opportunities all the way to the upside, riding this wave, this momentum trade as we see it. So now let's move on to the 4 hour time frame, and I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for. Price has started consolidating, meaning price has started actually moving sideways, downwards, and support is still holding strong right here. Still holding very strong. And this is a good sign because this shows that bulls are actually in play and bulls are actually here. So now looking at the COT data, I know I forgot to show this for the other day, but COT data, the commitment of traders reports. So this basically shows you what the banks are doing, as I explained in the beginning of the video. So now let's look at the euro. So the euro is currently very bullish biased. You see it says euro right here, and it says overall buy, and that's just because 51% of, and if rounded off, 52% of all banks and hedge funds are currently buying this pair or this currency. And if we look at it in correlation to the dollar, we'll see that. And this is not 100% accurate, guys. So this is why we use different things to mitigate like the risk. We don't just use one thing. And then if you look at this, and then now it says 99% of banks and hedge funds are currently selling this pair over $1, which I do not believe. But again, this is a tool that we use in correlation with other things. So meaning if the dollar is selling and the euro is buying, the euro is bound. Actually, Euro USD is bound to move upwards, because if one is weak and one is strong, it's bound to move one direction or the other. So, which is why we also look at the DXY. Anyway, what I'm looking for here, I'm looking just for an engulfing candle here, or a strong candle that indicates bullish momentum, and then I'll be looking to buy with stops below support right there, stops below somewhere around here, support, and then would take profits, TPs at a 1 to 3 risk reward if we can get it. And yeah, so now moving on AUD JPY. So now AUD JPY, what we're looking for is also buys. And the reason why I'm looking for buys is, for one, if we look at the COT report again, we'll see that the Japanese yen is overall selling. It's very sell biased right now. But with positions that are being added, currently contracts that are being opened, it's plus 13,000. And then on the short side, sell positions again, it's plus 7,000. But overall momentum is bearish, with 64% of hedge funds or commercial traders selling this pair. And we'll see that is reflected on the technical side with this beautiful rejection right here. This beautiful brick rejection, indicating that bulls are now taking over, or are now showing that they're in control or taking control of this pair. But it's still very early to buy right now. As you'll see on the 4-hour, price is currently in a downtrend, so we will not be buying until this price starts to move sideways again, maybe breaks above this level, retests, and maybe continues to the upside. Then from there, we'll be considering taking a buy position. So now moving on to NZD-JPY. NZD-JPY yet again is on a strong level of support here, but just caution, guys, be cautious with NZD-JPY if you're going to be taking this pair as well, because for one, we're at the peak of this pair. So looking here, every time price gets here, gets rejected, and you see that with this strong or this very long wick right there. So with that being said, be careful taking this setup, because it's at a peak, it's at a very high level. Some might say, people use the RSI might say it's overbought, but at the same time, the reason why I've been looking to take this buy position is because, for one, price has found a very strong support level right here, and not only that, the bulls are still in control because price is failing to move lower. So if you analyze the candles right now, you'll see that this, for one, is a dodgy candle or upside down hammer, whatever you want to call it. But what we're analyzing right now is price action. So you'll see that this, yes, indicates that bears are in control, but at the same time, bulls are here on this level of support, neither one wanting to give. So what we're looking for here, we'll be looking for buys, but the buys are going to be very short-lived, because I'm going to be buying to this level of resistance right here, buying into resistance, which is not advisable at all. But I've been doing this for many years now, so I have experience with this. I still take losses, by the way, but it's a part of the game. It's a part of the game. You have to accept the losses. You have to take them with the wins. So yeah, I'll be looking for an engulfing or whatever pattern I can get that indicates bullish momentum, and then probably into resistance. But depending, and this setup I'll be taking on the 30-minute, because now it's a very short setup. It's not a very long-lived one. So I'll be looking for my signals here on the 30-minute chart. Okay, excuse me for that. So it's going to be a very short-lived setup. a very short-lived setup. So yeah guys, I'll just be looking for buys here somewhere around this level, very tight stops, and then all the way up, looking for a 1 to 3 risky reward in this one, but not very advisable, a very risky setup. So it's going to depend on how many confluences I have on this one. So looking at AUD-CAD now, AUD-CAD is a good setup because now if we look here on the daily, actually the daily chart is where there's a chart I actually want to show you guys, because it's a very interesting thing that's happening right now. So as you'll see, price broke through this level a few weeks back, I'm guessing, and is now coming back to the A level, a strong level of support, testing previous resistance, very strong level of resistance, which was resistance here, here, and here, and also a few more times right there. So testing that level, that very strong level of resistance. So now after a pullback, what we're looking for is we're looking for buys. And keep in mind guys, price or the market might not give us any signals, any buy signals going into this week, which is why we have to be patient with every setup that we get or everything that we see. Because usually with traders or beginner traders or intermediate traders, what we struggle with is the fact that we lack patience. Our analysis is always on point, but we lack patience. Let's say also, like, another thing is the entry. You have to time the entry just right before the market starts moving upwards, but at the same time keeping in mind not to rush the setup. So yeah guys, thank you for watching the video. And guys, these videos take a lot of time to make, and right now it's actually 2 in the morning making this video. So if you wouldn't mind dropping a like and subscribe. Also, if you can share this video, share it so more people can get to this video. So yeah guys, until next time, thank you for watching.